Sorry, guys. We're new to this platform, so I'm so sorry. We're still here. What happened? I know, we're back. Okay. Did you taste the jalapeno at all? Is it spicy?
It's a little spicy. Mine's a little spicy. I like it.
Ooh. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
You really like it. Okay. I believe we're back. Hopefully people come back because they definitely went off. We'll see. It's all good. Okay. Well, we've got a little bit of time to kill.
Yeah.
So we'll just kind of hang out.
Yeah.
Tell me about your day.
It's been pretty good. We put the oven at 450. If you haven't done it so far, put in the Dutch oven without the lid. And we're waiting for it to get hot. We also, this drink is really good. You know, it's a little spicy. It's okay that there's no cilantro.
Oh, we did put a dash of bitters. Someone said to put a dash of bitters in the cocktail. I like that touch, and I like the cilantro spiciness. I think it's good. I mean, I know it needs cilantro, and it doesn't need margarita mix, but I feel like that's going to be a really strong drink with, like, no mix, because the only mix that they have is an ounce of lime juice.
Yeah. It was going to be strong like that last drink we had.
1 ounce of fresh lime juice.
Yeah.
So I feel like, yeah, we ended up adding a little bit of margarita mix, so it wasn't as strong. Woo! But we will make the correct drink again. I didn't put the lid in the oven, so you're not going to have to mess with the lid. Just so you don't burn your hands or anything, we're not going to put the lid on and off. So what we're going to do, just kind of run through, we like the Dutch oven to be really, really hot because it's going to add caramelization to the vegetables right when it hits the pan. The point of this meal is to do everything like really fast and all in one pot. And you could do it on the stovetop if you'd like, totally fine. But I thought the oven and having the pot nice and hot and it being enclosed could help it with some caramelization. But if you want to cook it stovetop, that's totally fine too. So we are going to we're going to chop up all the vegetables when we start at 6 o'clock. We'll chop up the onion roughly, the tomatoes roughly, and smash some garlic. And we're just going to throw that in like the hot pot with some oil. And we're going to let that sizzle away in the oven while we kind of get our grilled cheese ready.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, cool. Hello. Thanks for watching. So, so we are going to caramelize the everything and get it kind of going in the oven while we stage the grilled cheese. Then we'll pull out the Dutch oven. And if it doesn't have enough liquid and it's not, or if it doesn't have enough caramelization, then you could totally finish it on the stovetop. That's what I love about the Dutch oven is you can use it anywhere because it's safe for the oven and stovetop. If you don't have a oven safe thing, just do everything on the stovetop. So yeah, after they kind of get roasted and caramelized, then we'll add the chicken stock and the tomato paste and salt. You want to taste it at this point, and then we'll let that get really, really hot, and we'll finish it with the heavy cream. So you can mix the heavy cream inside this recipe, but I like to just kind of do a little drizzle, plus it looks pretty. So yeah. Okay. So again, if you just tuned in and you are using the Dutch oven method, go ahead and get it hot in the oven at 450 degrees.
Without the lid.
Yeah, you don't need the lid. Because then you'll just be taking out off.
Yeah. So I know there was instructions if you had an immersion blender like we do.
Or a stick blender is what they're called.
Stick blender. So if they have just a blender, I guess just be safe and kind of pour it in. Yes,
so if you have a blender, maybe not pour it in because your pot's hot, like use like a ladle, or if you have a buddy or a steward, then you can pour it in. But ladle would be better. Okay. I think it would just be easier. Like set the blender right next to it and just ladle it in, and then put your blender back on your base, and just don't put too much liquid in it because of the heat. It can expand in the blender, and you don't want it to like explode. So just fill your blender halfway up. And if you have more soup than that, then do it in batches.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, so Stuart has glitter all over his body, and it's because I told him it's your fault. He says it's my fault. But I got an outfit made for our wedding, and my girlfriend made like shorts and a top and a skirt, and it's all glittery. And I told him, I was like, don't put any of this in the washer. I'll take it to the dry cleaners. And he definitely put some of it in the washer, and there is glitter on all of our clothes.
Yeah.
And he used a towel today after he got out of the shower to wipe off with. And he is now
like Twilight
glitter everywhere on his feet. It's really funny. And he hates glitter. So he's a little...
Yeah. I'm over it.
You're over it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and these shirts did come with 2 packs. So you have 2 of these shirts. I like them.
Yeah, I like this one too.
My little Hanes. Well, let me get my hat, my Morty, just in case anyone missed it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. I went into his portal. Okay. So, yeah, I feel like tonight's recipe will be pretty easy. I gave some pointers about what you guys should use for your grilled cheese sandwich, but I just wanted to kind of leave it up to the air.
What kind of pointers did you give out? Like bread? Or?
Yes. So we're using sourdough bread, which is just a delicious bread. It gets really crusty. And I made the sourdough bread, so we're gonna make like 1 large sandwich, and then I think cut it up into cubes, or maybe we'll make 2. But then, so grilled cheese croutons are a grilled cheese sandwich that's been cooled a little bit, and then you just cut it up into small bites.
Okay.
And then you put it on top of the soup, and you eat them. It's real nice. So the cheese I suggested was
where's the papers?
Gruyere or a sharp cheddar. Or
Monterey Jack,
Brie. What else? I think there was one more.
Cheddar, Monterey Jack, Brie,
Manchego or Parmesan.
Yeah.
So we are going to be using Brie, Gruyere, and sharp Vermont cheddar. Give it a like oomph. But when you're doing Brie, you need to cut off the rinds, and you don't use too much. It's going to be really gooey if you use a lot of Brie, and we do want to cut it up. So we'll like start the soup, and then we'll kind of make the sandwiches and let them cool for probably 10, 15 minutes. And then we will finish the soup, and then we'll cut up the sandwich and add it to the soup. So I think this is going to take 45 minutes, if that helps people. I could be wrong. It could take an hour. Usually they take an hour.
True.
But this is a pretty simple thing. We're just kind of caramelizing some veggies. We're going to add chicken stock. We're going to make sure they're all soft and then blend it up. We're going to make a sandwich. It's going to be really good. And I didn't add, like, basil. And you can add so many things to tomato soup.
Yeah, that's true.
But I kind of just wanted to teach you guys just a basic creamed soup recipe. So you could do this with, like, split peas and bacon and lots of different, like, things as long as you use liquid and, get your vegetables soft. So I just wanted to show you a simple soup recipe. And
yeah, so if somebody has a little herb garden, they could probably add, you said,
basil, thyme, sage, but not too much sage.
How about rosemary?
Rosemary would be good.
Yeah.
It needs to get soft, which it will.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think any of those, just not too much. Thyme, if you add too much, it tastes muddy. So just,
Good.
Be careful with the herbs. And if you're going to add fresh herbs, I'd actually add them at the very, very end, right before you blend. So they're like fresh, because if you just keep cooking them down, you kind of lose that flavor anyway.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Oh, my mom asked what we were. We're Rick and Morty. He's Rick, and I'm his Morty. It's a TV show on Adult Swim. The first 3 seasons were, the last season was I hope that wasn't.
It was good. I liked it.
It only had a few good episodes. I'm literally just saying this because the gentleman that I worked with in the kitchen today said the exact same thing. Taking pointers from his opinion. He's very into all those shows. I mean, I enjoy them. They're no Ready Player One. Right? Am I right? There's no move on. Am I right? Okay. All right. I'm gonna take off my mask now.
I'll take that.
You want to wear it? You want to be
Both guys?
Morty and Rick at the same time? Oh my God, he looks so funny. It's creepy. Oh, how funny. Okay.
It's not too bad.
It's not bad. It's a little weird when you're chopping things. He really likes that portal gun. He said he wanted a lab coat. And I was like, why?
But I think I could have went a size smaller. I need a custom one. That's all it is.
Why do you need a custom lab coat? When are you going to wear it?
I don't know. I just have like random stuff.
Rick is a drinker.
We'll see.
You going to get it fitted for you?
I could, right?
What size is this? A medium?
Medium.
So you should have gotten a small. We could probably return it. You didn't get it dirty. Don't get it dirty. Take it off. If you're really in cahoots with it.
Okay, thank you.
What's with that hole? What's this?
It's a lab coat.
Why do they have?
You never seen a lab coat?
No. Why do they have holes there?
Did you not go to chemistry class?
I mean, I did, but I don't remember the holes there.
They're there.
Okay, you guys. We're almost to cooking time, which we need tonight. Look at this cute little mouth. I'm going to cut it out, though.
Yeah,
I want to carve the pumpkin. I like carving. Oh, you made the face on the flat side. I could make the carved pumpkin on this side.
Yeah.
This is the beauty side. If we were in a pumpkin carving competition, I'm pretty sure this would be like the side that they would use. Have you ever seen pumpkin carving competitions?
No.
So they used to show. I used to have the Food Network channel.
How much time do you need? Or is it like a countdown?
They get like a lot of time, and there's not just a pumpkin carver. So they have one pumpkin carver, one candy artist, one cake artist, and one, I don't remember, chocolate maybe.
Yeah.
And so they're a team of 4, and they're really good in their field, and they make this like huge thing. I've also seen ones where all they do is carve pumpkin, but those are on the Food Network channel.
Okay, going back to your pumpkin, what are you gonna carve? Like,
what am I gonna carve?
Yeah,
maybe
another face.
I don't know. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do stuff. So the key, if you want to carve a pumpkin through the pumpkin, is you really need to make the pumpkin walls quite thin so it's easy to carve. If you're trying to carve outside of the pumpkin, and not through, which is a whole nother carving technique, then obviously you need to still try to see how big the walls are. But that's kind of the thing. Like, do you cut the top?
I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like if you cut a hole and you kind of like do this inside the pumpkin, it might work.
No. I like to do it the old-fashioned way. You scrape it out, and then I'll probably print a design, and I want to try to make it look good. I enjoy carving the pumpkins, and then I'm going to take the pumpkin seeds and I'll bake them. I'll make a pumpkin seed.
Oh yeah.
Something. Roasted pumpkin seeds.
Roasted pumpkin seeds.
Yeah. Okay, you guys, we're 1 minute away. If you're just now tuning in and you are cooking along with us, let's just cook your soup on top of the oven. Because we do have our Dutch ovens in the oven right now, but if you're just now tuning in, I would just get it hot on top of your stove, just because we kind of want the vegetables to hit the Dutch oven when it's really hot, so they can caramelize a bit. But if your Dutch oven isn't in there yet, it's not going to get hot quick enough. So just cook on your stovetop, which you can totally do in your Dutch oven. Or if you just want to use a pot, that's fine too. All right, you guys. So what we every time. Yeah, I just go right into it. Okay. You go. Hey, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. This is Cooking for Stew. I'm Chelsea.
And I'm Stu.
And tonight we're making roasted tomato soup with grilled cheese croutons. We started off with a jalapeno margarita, which is we make a cocktail at 5:30. And we are in our Halloween costumes today. And we have our pumpkin here. What's his name?
It's a good name.
Fonz. So the Fonz is joining us tonight, and we were Rick and Morty, but we're going to get into the cooking, which is why most of the people come to watch. And let's get out all of our ingredients. So we always start with getting out everything that we need. So go ahead and get out your tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
We're going to be using baby heirloom tomatoes and some Roma tomatoes. And we need some garlic.
Garlic.
Okay. Get out your garlic. An onion, which I had a medium onion that I had a quarter. So we're going to use the rest of this onion. And tomato paste. Ooh, okay, Rick and Morty, there's a portal. So are you saying that this came from the portal?
Yeah, it's just
whoa! Wait, do it again. Oh my God! Thank you, Stuart.
Yeah,
okay, I got my sheet wet. We need chicken stock. Okay, and then we'll finish it with heavy cream. So you don't need to take that out of the fridge. So now that we have all of our ingredients in front of us and salt and pepper, so this is a very simple recipe. If you want to add more flavor, you can make it spicy by adding red chili flakes. You can make it a basil tomato soup. If you want to add fresh basil, add it at the end. If you want to add dried basil, you could do it at the beginning. But we're just going to make a very simple, very tomato-y dish. So go ahead and start by getting your garlic, your onion, and if you have larger tomatoes, cut into quarters. Our little baby tomatoes there, I'm going to leave them just the way that they are. So honestly, like we're going to cook these down and use a blender so you do not have to waste a lot of time on chopping your vegetables. And wash your vegetables. I wash mine the second I get them from the store, and I have like a little vegetable cleaner.
So let me ask you again. We're going to cut these, and then we're going to put them in the blender, then the...
No. You do the blender at the very end.
Oh, okay.
Blender is the end. We are going to throw these in the hot Dutch oven, or you are going to get your pan on the stovetop hot right now. If you haven't done that yet, if you don't have a hot pot, get it hot. And then go ahead and quarter up your onion. You don't have to dice it. You don't have to slice it. Just like, big chunks is fine. And I'm just throwing them all in this container because I had it there, but get a bowl or something. What? Or you could just chop them on your cutting board. And we're going to put them all in at the same time. This is a very quick, there are other recipes where you could develop the onion by caramelizing them and letting out the sugars. But we're just doing this like one pot kind of easy weeknight dinner. That's what I'm showing. Yeah. An easy week. But this is something that you can adapt, like make into other types of soup.
You can build on it.
Yeah, of course. If you guys want to make it spicy, do it. If you want to make a basil, do it. If you want to caramelize your onions, go ahead and put them in right now. We're just trying to teach more, I guess, some basics, yeah. But if you have any questions, I am here. I am all ears. Did you get it? Did you get my joke? I'm using 5 cloves of garlic. One of them is really small, so I wanted to use, once you get into the, I don't have a trash bowl. No, I do. It's right here. Yeah. That's it. Okay, so now we're going to smash our garlic up. I like to do it the Anne Burrell style, where you just press.
Throw some over here so I can peel.
Oh, and Stuart's going to peel my garlic for me. Thank you. Okay. We have non-copyrighted music playing. This is Beethoven in 1917.
70.
How do you even get music copyrighted if it's from the 70s?
Because they said it's like books and once it becomes like in the public domain, it's no longer copyrighted. From what I read, I just briefly went through it.
Okay, guys. So once your veggies are chopped up, go ahead and get your pan out of the oven.
We get those, yeah.
The pan should be hot because we've had it in the oven for 30 minutes. So please use some hand warmers. And if you're doing this on the stovetop or you don't want to mess with the oven, just do it on the stovetop. Totally fine. I just made a soup not too long ago, and I just thought the oven did a lot of good work. Okay.
Make sure yours don't have holes in it. You'll burn yourself.
I totally did that the other day. All right. So we're just going to pop it down on the stovetop and add about a tablespoon of good olive oil. Actually, with all of this veggies, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. And then go ahead and just throw all your veggies right in. Oh yeah, you want to hear that sizzle. I can hear it.
Yeah.
Okay? And then just give it a quick stir and put it right back in the oven. And Stuart's going to put it in the oven for me. Oh, where's your portal gun? No, it doesn't work like that.
No.
No? You did them the wrong way.
Yeah, I feel that now.
It's okay. All right.
It smells good though, already.
So don't add the, well, I'm not going to. I don't want to tell you guys what to do, but you are following my cooking class. So I'm not going to add the tomato paste yet, or the chicken broth, or the salt. I just want the oven to do some work on those veggies. And, pardon me, we're actually going to get the grilled cheese going and get all of the stuff ready for the grilled cheese. And then we'll check on it, and we'll probably add some stuff to it. But I kind of want the natural juices and the tomatoes to release right now without adding extra liquid. So wait till later, and we'll season it all and taste it as well halfway through and then at the very end.
All right. So what are we doing next?
We're talking about the grilled cheese sandwich.
So
we are using a sourdough bread. Honestly, a lot of bread, I mean, most breads, except for like white bread. But if you have plain white sandwich bread, your sandwich is still going to taste really good. But we are going to be using the sourdough bread that I made. I've been cooking a lot of sourdoughs lately, and this one I actually put polenta in it.
Oh.
So I cooked polenta, and I added it to the, what's it called? There's a word for it in sourdough making. Oh my God, autolyse. So I added it to the autolyse. So when you cook let's talk about this for 1 second, because sourdough bread is just fascinating. When you cook sourdough bread, you create an autolyse. So you have a starter that you've had, or you get from someone. If you want a starter, I'll give you some. You have a starter, and then you add 100 grams of flour and 100 grams of water, equal parts flour and water. You let that sit, and it's going to double in time. So while that sits, you create an autolyse, which is going to be flour, your other ingredients, which is just flour and water. You don't add the salt yet. And you just let that chill for like 5 hours.
5 hours?
Sour bread, yeah, just in your kitchen. So
okay.
like if you're going to make sourdough bread, you have to plan for it and start early. Because you start at like 6 a.m. and then it takes 5 hours for this to happen. Then you have to mix everything. So that was when I added the polenta. And you add the autolyse to your leaven, which is your starter, and then you coil it every 45 minutes for like 5 hours. It's a long process, but it makes this beautiful, delicious bread. So that's what we're using. Good. So I talk too much. Okay, and we are using Gruyere cheese, brie cheese, and cheddar cheese. And Stuart is grabbing that from me right now. And if you have any questions,
is that all
let me know. So the brie is there, and then the other cheeses are in there. And potato, yeah. I got them sliced from the deli. Okay, and then the bread, I'm going to slice us. Do you want me to just make one large sandwich, or do you want your own?
I think we're going to need 2.
Okay. I don't want the bread to be, this bread's a little uneven, so I'm just going to trim it up real quick. I don't want the bread to be too thick, but it needs to be, thick enough that it doesn't fall apart. So let's see. And it's funny, with sourdough breads, I don't like to use a bread knife. I don't know why. It's harder to cut
I was
them.
looking for the bread knife and couldn't find it.
Well, we have your bread knives with your kit is in your kit, but the colorful bread knife is in the drawer. Okay, so this one fell apart a little, but it's okay. I think this will work. This is a pretty thin but thick piece of bread. So if you got it sliced from the store, good on you, because this is a pain a little bit. Because this bread got a huge crumb. It's creating a crack. See right there?
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. That's just from the hydration. Sourdough breads are 75% water. Is that right?
Let me move this.
Out of 100 now, it's like 100% flour and 75% water.
Okay. I was gonna say.
So like 100 grams of flour to 75 grams of water is like an example.
Gotcha.
Oh, it'll work.
Yeah. Looks good. Tastes good.
Yeah, I really like the polenta, like what it adds to the bread.
You think that's gonna be enough, Gruyere?
No, that's brie.
Brie.
No, get out another piece, and then that'll be enough because I gotta cut off the rinds. All right, and then get our butter. So some people use mayonnaise to coat the bread. To each their own. You have to slather one side of the bread with mayonnaise or butter. And it's up to you. I use butter. And so at this point, you also want to get a skillet or a plancha or whatever you have about medium heat. So this grilled cheese sandwich should take a little bit of time to make. I mean, you want the cheese completely melted. You want the bread to be golden and crispy. You don't want to rush it. It should take like 15 minutes.
Good.
So do not put your pan on high heat. Put it on medium low. You want the bread to brown on one side, and then you'll flip it. And then this is how I do it because I don't like to have a really like buttery bread to hold. So I like to butter the inside, and then when you flip it, of course, there's a little bit of butter left in the pan, and that side becomes crispy. And then I like to pile the cheese on top. So that's how I like to do it. There's a lot of different ways. I've watched a chef movie, and I love the grilled cheese scene. Okay, so go ahead and butter your bread on one side, and don't be skimpy on the bread, or on the butter. This is delicious grilled cheese. What I also like about sourdough is the holes. So what happens is it starts getting melted, and it's going to just automatically go to the other side of the bread. So you're going to have bread on. You're going to have butter on both sides, so make sure you put enough of it. And we want these grilled cheeses to cook, and then we want them to cool before we cut them into our croutons, because they're going to go in your hot soup, and plus you want the cheese to kind of cool down a little bit before you cut it, or just be kind of like a mess. A mess, I tell you. You want to butter the last one?
Sure.
You butter that bread. Make sure there's enough, but don't go crazy.
Yeah.
I know you go. Ooh, glitter all over you, baby. There's glitter.
How's that?
That's good. You did great. Okay. Let's not put it in there, though, because that could, like, fall over. Okay, we're done with the butter. Now we're going to put our buttered bread down on your pan. I do all 4 pieces. I like to get all of the bread crispy. And remember, medium to medium low heat. And go ahead and get this nice and crispy, and then we'll flip it.
You want all 4, right?
Yeah, all 4. And this guy's name is Fonz Stewart. This is his creation. I will carve a pumpkin. Maybe I'll do it live. Who knows?
Yeah, you should.
You never know with me. But I like the googly eyes.
Okay, well, that's going. Should we do the brie?
Yeah. Okay, so now we have our cheese. This is Gruyere. This is brie. This is Gruyere with the orange rind. And then this is the brie, and this is the Vermont white cheddar. Or it should be a sharp cheddar. Good. Okay. So the brie, I'm just going to cut off the rind. I feel like you should use 3 different types of cheeses when you're making grilled cheese. I should have stated that. Always use 3 different types of cheeses.
Is there a reason for that?
No,
just to give it extra flavor.
Just to give it like a really luxurious grilled cheese. If you're making a grilled cheese sandwich with all American, I don't want to be rude, but no. No, don't do it. Oh man, but that's what happens like when kids order grilled cheeses at restaurants.
Yeah.
They get a white bread with 2 slices of American cheese, and sometimes they don't even grill it up. Sometimes they like put it in the microwave. Like I don't know what's happening, but
Yeah. I don't think so.
no, ma'am. Okay. So, how's everyone doing? I hope you're learning something today. If you're new and just watching us live, because we tried to go live on Facebook for the first time while we're live on Twitch, which I'm not sure if it's working or not. I guess I'll find out afterwards. Stuart unfortunately unplugged the camera and we were not live for a little bit, but that's okay. So if Facebook is working and you're one of the people watching on Facebook, we go live every Thursday on Twitch and we put the ingredients out on Sunday so you can cook along. So anyway, I'm cutting up my brie. If you have cheese that is in a block, go ahead and either slice it really thin as you can with a knife, or you can use a cheese grater. Entirely up to you. And like I said, we're using brie, Gruyere, and cheddar. And I came up with the rule now, which is too late because I didn't tell anyone before we started cooking. If you're making a grilled cheese, use 3 different kinds of cheeses. It's going to be the Chelsea's grilled cheese law. Is that a thing? It is now.
It is now. Let's try this one.
Oh, yeah. And try your cheese.
Mm.
So Gruyere melts really well. And it has a bit of a smoky flavor.
Yeah.
And then the brie is really gooey. And the cheddar is sharp. So that's going to be good. Okay. Oh, spatula. Thank you. I'm going to flip our bread over, and it's not ready yet. Back over. So I don't want our bread to be burnt or too hard, but I want it to be like a nice golden color. So it was a little, what's that called? Beige? It was not golden yet. It was
in the beginning stages of turning golden.
Yeah, it was like my color and not Stuart's color. It needs to be more Stuart, not Chelsea. Okay, so because we didn't have the food cam, we're not doing our other camera view. We're trying something new tonight. If you have any opinions, as long as they're constructive, we will listen.
There you go.
If you tell me how to fix it, I will fix it, or give me a suggestion. I am down. And right now we're just waiting. And our tomato soup, once we get our cheese on our sandwich, because it should take, no joke, like 10 minutes to melt all the cheeses. Then we will, and we're going to have to go back and forth and rotate your sandwich back and forth so you don't burn anything. We're about to flip our bread and put equal amounts of cheese on, how do I want to do it? No. All the cheese on one side and then enclose it with the toasty side. And we're going to flip it back and forth.
I'm thinking we should put this one in the middle.
Yeah, put the brie in the middle if you're doing that.
Yeah.
And
it'll because we got some holes in the
yes, that's a good idea. We have holy bread. So let's see. Yes.
Very good.
Yes, I see the golden. It kind of looks like the pumpkin. All right, so go ahead and flip your bread. And honestly, with how much I want the cheese melted, I'm turning my burner down because I think that happened really fast and then I won't have much control. So we're going to go down with Gruyere first. So, you want it? How much cheese do you want?
Are we doing 2 and 2? Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to do Gruyere first, then our brie. You were probably right about and then our white cheddar. So we have Gruyere, brie, white cheddar.
I'll show them in a second.
Okay.
This is good.
You want them cheesier than that? Or is that
No, that's going to be cheesy.
Okay. So now you're going to take your toasty bread, the toasted side, the side that's already hot, and put it on top of the cheese. This will help start Ooh, the melting process is hot. And then go put it back on your heat. And I'm going to turn my heat down a little bit lower. I really want to make sure the cheese goes all the way through melted without burning the bread. So I'm going to put the burner at a 2 because it's already piping hot. Okay, so that's it. Let's clean up our cheese. Well, I'm hungry. I'm excited to eat.
I'm very excited. It smells great in here.
It smells really good.
I smell all the flavors out of the oven coming out.
Put some brie in here. Yes, that's what we're going to look at next. Don't you fret. Just do a little cleanup. This is going to be like most, by the time you eat, like you're not going to have much to do. Like it's going to be all clean, no fuss, one pot and one pan meal. Unless you have, if you don't have an immersion blender, you'll have to get your blender dirty. The immersion stick is like the easiest thing to wash. It's like crazy. You just put in a cup of soapy water and blend it.
Oh, nice.
No, that's not how I do it. That's how you would do it.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Put the bread back.
Yeah, you can put the bread up. Okay, so I'm going to put my, what's this called? Protective pot holder on my wood because I'm about to take the Dutch oven out of the oven and it's going to be super hot. So do this carefully, and if you don't like taking this back and forth, then just finish the soup on the stove. Okay. So, oh yeah. See how it's starting to release its natural juices? Go ahead and kind of break down your tomatoes a little bit with your spatula. Whoop! I dropped a tomato. All the juices are on the floor now. Okay, so at this point,
let me get you some power.
and remember, your sandwich should be on low. We shouldn't even be like worrying about it because we want it to have time on the stove to melt the cheeses without burning the bread. So now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste to my pot. I think it just really makes sure it tastes like tomato soup. And, oh, we don't need that yet, but thank you.
Yeah, gotta be prepared.
Gotta be prepared. And it definitely needs more cooking time. So just kind of mash up the tomatoes a little bit. And we're going to go throw it back in the oven. He's going to take a picture. Before you throw it in the oven, add about a cup of chicken stock. I'm not going to add too much because there is quite a bit of liquid coming from the tomatoes. And I want it to be, you know, quite tomato-y. It's tomato soup. If you're a vegetarian, use vegetable stock. If you don't have that, you could use water. You're just not going to develop instead of the tomato.
I got it. Don't worry. You are too funny.
Just use okay. This is what happens when you're live. You know, last week or 2 weeks ago, I burnt my finger. I burnt it bad. What happened last week? And then another text. Should I tell them about what happened with the tortillas?
No.
No, we don't need to talk about it.
So, if you are following along and you are going to be doing this meal, please tag us. Where?
On Instagram, on Facebook. Tag us at CookingforStew and say that you made the meal and how funny we were. And please give us suggestions. We're not sure what we're cooking. Not next week. We won't be here next week. That's why we're doing Halloween tonight. Where's my Morty head? I was Morty. And then we made our lovely, look at his eyes, fawns here. Okay. Let me put my Morty head back on. This is a good time to check your sandwich. Oh. It's getting there.
It's getting there.
The cheese is melting. All right. So what I'm going to do, I did flip it. I'm going to add a little bit more butter on the sandwich. It needs to be more golden, and the butter is going to give it that goldenness. So I am going to add a little bit more butter on the crust. I haven't added butter to this side yet because I did add it to the side we toasted first. That's usually how I do it, and then the butter seeps through. But I don't think we put enough butter on it. So I'm going to add a little bit more. Put that on the wrong way, you see?
Yeah.
Did I have the Morty head on when I did it? Yes.
Yeah,
no, I didn't. No, I didn't. It was because you were lifting it up. So. Okay, so I put a little bit more butter on my bread, but it's still toasting up. It's looking good. It is going to want to cool. I'm going to want it to cool for about maybe 10 minutes while our soup continues to develop, and then we'll cut it up and we'll blend the soup. And like literally, this is a pretty simple meal, but we wanted to have fun tonight. We wanted to be quirky and.
Yeah, let them know some of the other things we have cooked already.
On this show? Mm-hmm. We've done mussels and fresh bread. Mm-hmm. What else? Steak and potatoes.
Yeah.
Pumpkin gnocchi.
Yeah.
Shrimp curry.
Yeah.
Pasta limon dish with fennel salad.
Mm-hmm. That was good.
What else?
I don't know. They were all good, though.
What was the first one we ever did? Oh, we've done a creamy Dijon chicken dish before.
Yeah, that was good.
What was the first one we ever did?
It was complicated.
It was, oh, chicken and dumplings. Chicken and dumplings was the first one we did.
Yeah.
With homemade dumplings.
Mm-hmm.
It was good, though.
Yeah. I don't know if we have that video anymore. I don't think we downloaded it, right?
No, I messed up on that. I lost a lot of the videos, but now we are downloading each video and putting it on our YouTube channel just in case that, what did you do when you took out the pot with the tomatoes? I added tomato paste and a cup of chicken broth, and then I put it back in the oven. Honestly, if you want to keep an eye on it, you could just put it on your stovetop and put it at high heat. It's really up to you. I mean, we may finish it on the stovetop, just to add a little bit more color to it. But I don't know. I like the way the Dutch oven like caramelizes and stuff. But we are kind of making it a little bit quicker so we can, eat by 7. So if you want to put it on the stovetop and get it like roaring, you totally can do that. Okay, our sandwich is definitely almost there.
Mm-hmm.
Spatula.
You got it.
Thanks, Rick. There we go. And I love that the sourdough has holes in it because the cheese will go through the holes and then create this like cheesy crust on the bread. Just saying. Mm-hmm. Just to saying.
Good call on the cheeses.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we flipped our bread twice now. So we're going back to the OG side, the original side, which is where we put a little bit more butter. So I need to put a little bit more butter on this side. It's a process. It's a process. Whoop. Thank you.
What?
No, that's plenty. That is cheese. We're not going to need any more butter. All right, you guys. So hopefully your sandwich is getting nice and golden and crispy and all of your cheese is melting. And we are going to get the tomato soup out of the Dutch oven. And I am going to turn on my stove because I want to make sure it's all cooking and getting really soft in a timely manner that we have. So I am going to turn my burner on and watch it on the stovetop from here. Go ahead. Oh, yeah. The oven got it plenty hot. I mean, it's bubbling around all sides, which is what we want. I'm gonna turn off the oven because we're gonna manage the rest on the stovetop here. Oh, I got a subscriber. I'm gonna figure out all of that, what that means. I know that I want to make emotes, so people who subscribe to me get an emote of me, which I've been working on making. But you know, I'm learning Twitch and everything like that. But we got a subscriber, so thank you so much, Cobalt XL, who we do know in IRL, in real life. That's an abbreviation. Oh no, I don't want to get my Morty shirt dirty. Let me get an apron.
Yeah, do that.
Because I feel like I already splattered.
What am I doing over here? Just moving it around, or?
I'm kind of just trying to mash up the tomatoes that were left, which I had a few that hadn't burst open yet.
Yeah.
So right now I'm just trying to burst open the tomatoes. Did you get it?
Almost. I might need something else.
We're going to use this guy, which is a potato masher, but potato and tomato sound the same.
Yeah.
So I think you could use it for that.
Oh, definitely. All
right, you guys. So I have not added salt yet. I am going to add salt now. I'm going to do 2 generous pinches. A pinch per person is what I say. And we're trying to make like a 2-person meal right now. So I'm going to add that, let it simmer, and then I'll taste it.
How's it? More?
No, that's good. Okay. And I'm pretty sure our grilled cheese sandwich needs one more flip, and we will be finished with it. I'm going to flip it up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. So, you want me to show the public?
Yeah.
So, you see this golden color? It kind of matches the pumpkin. That's what you want. You want to take your time, melt the cheese. You see how the cheese is coming through the bread? Yum. We don't do no American cheese up in her.
No.
No. I'm allergic. What I tell people. I'm not that snooty, but that cheese is not a thing.
Yeah, I used to like it. I don't like it anymore. But, you know, it happens.
So, I'm letting the other side of my sandwich get crispy. It's almost finished. And then we'll keep it on the board, and we're going to let it rest for about 10 minutes while we finish the soup. So what we're looking for from the soup is getting all of the vegetables nice and soft and cooked through and developed the flavor. And then I'm going to taste the soup now and see if I want to add. I have a little bit of tomato paste left. I always recommend just buying a tube of tomato paste instead of the cans because you usually don't use that much tomato paste. And then this won't go bad in the fridge.
That's our cutting board. You can put the grilled cheese on there since it's oily.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think it goes the other side, though. Yeah. This has our business logo. Okay.
Now what?
We're going to taste the soup. See if it needs salt or more tomato paste. So you're just tasting the broth. Oh, wow. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That has a lot of flavor. I think I'm good. I'm not going to use any more tomato paste. It has a lot of tomato flavor. And you don't want to just bombard it with tomato paste. You want to taste the natural flavor. That's really good. Yeah. It's crazy how simple those ingredients are and how good that tastes. I mean, yum.
So if we had herbs, like some viewers might,
if you have herbs, right before we blend it, which will be in 5 to 10 minutes, I would add your herbs then. Just kind of chop them up or rip them up, and you'll blend them. But you want to blend the fresh herb and not the muddled, cooked down herb. All right. So we're going to get our grilled cheeses out. Make sure the other side is golden. Yes, it is. Look at this. Look at this. Yum. I put the bread on the wrong way.
It's fine.
But it's going to be great. And we are going to cut these into little cute bite-sized croutons, mini grilled cheeses, whatever you want to call it. And we will sprinkle them on the soup. It'll be delicious. It's like we're kids, but with good cheese. Yeah. I don't think we'll need that anymore, but we'll just keep it right there.
I'm excited.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I like when you're excited. That means I did something right. Okay, and we won't be here next week, but does anyone have a suggestion on what we should cook the week after, the first week of November? Anyone? Anyone want to learn a Thanksgiving dish?
Let's see. What's good for Thanksgiving? I like pumpkin pie.
Okay.
I like a really good mashed potato, really good gravy.
I know a really good mashed potato, like the best mashed potato recipe, but you have to have a ricer, which we used in the gnocchi episode.
Yeah.
Like,
which can be done.
You just have to buy a ricer.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you have a suggestion on what you want us to teach you, or me teach you, and Stuart ask a lot of questions about, which is why I love you, please message us or let us know, and we will cook that. We love cooking things that people suggest. And I definitely think that something like if we did because we're not going to cook Thanksgiving Day live because we're going to be with family, but if you guys want us to cook Thanksgiving side dishes or stuff leading up to it so you can learn, that would be kind of fun. I want to know your mashed potato. I could definitely do that. Thanks for the, what is the, oh, it's with Cobalt. Okay. I was like, I don't know what that emote is. I want to make a emote. I'm going to do that. So, we could definitely learn the mashed potato recipe, and let us know if you want anything else. What else?
Let's see.
If your soup is too, what's the word?
Thick, pasty.
Thick, pasty, more vegetables, add more chicken broth. I like a thicker soup. I don't want it to be like all broth. I want it to have some like texture. But if the water's absorbing too fast or your liquid's absorbing too fast because we put it on the stovetop, then just add a little bit more liquid. I'm going to add just a little bit more.
Yeah, just a little.
That's good. Like a half a cup.
Wooden spoon?
Go ahead and stir it up. We're almost done. Ours tastes really good. We tasted it. It tasted like tomato. It had the salt. It had the garlic. It wasn't overpowering. I liked it. Mm-hmm. We're just waiting for our grilled cheese to cool. The longer that sits on the stove and kind of evaporates, the more concentrated and more flavor you're going to get out of it. But by adding the tomato paste and by heating it really quickly in that hot pot, you already added some flavor to it. So it's going to be pretty good. What's your favorite Thanksgiving main dish? What is my turkey?
Brine turkey?
So we brine, baste, and stuff our turkey. Mm-hmm. So we brine it overnight. Then we stuff it with garlic, herbs, and orange, bay leaf. And then we use basically a whole bottle of white wine. And we inject it and baste it the whole cooking process. So the skin is like this white wine butter sauce. It's really good. So I love to make turkey. It's become an obsession. I used to work at a country club and I made 24 turkeys, but they all had to be made really fast. And none of them were brine and they were all dry. And it was really annoying. Nobody wants a dry turkey. So if you are the person in charge of your turkey, brine it the night before. Baste it with white wine and butter. It will, so good.
Yep.
So good, right? The turkey, I'm just excited. But I don't know how I could do turkey on Twitch. It wouldn't be a Thursday night thing. It'd be it's like a whole day.
That's true.
It's a long process. But if you want a recipe, I could write down a method. I mean, I kind of just do my own thing. But the whole basting with the white wine and butter thing came from a friend. And ever since I've done that, like that's the thing that you need to do. Like you need to get a syringe and every hour take the dang turkey out and get the liquid from the bottom of the pan and let it drip all over the skin. And it's because of the butter that's in the white wine, it just like, and then the white wine evaporates. It's so good. Yeah. Other than that, though, we like prime rib.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't have any special sides that you?
Well, they asked for a main dish.
Yeah, but I'm asking
sides. A lot of people just like the classics.
When you think about Thanksgiving,
I think about cranberry sauce, but the way my grandma makes it, where it's like chopped up and it's like super good and you can put it on everything. Fresh yeast rolls.
Yeah,
which
rolls.
So good. I don't know. I want mashed potatoes, but my sister likes stuffing.
Do you know a good recipe for stuffing?
Not really, because I never liked stuffing, but I bet you I could come up with one. So what I usually do when I try to write a recipe or do something that I haven't done, I'll look up like 10 recipes and I'll take like my favorite things from those recipes and I'll like implement it. Okay, you guys. So, it's turkey. I did say. Okay, so we've been waiting to develop the flavors. Our soup looks super good and we tasted it. I hope you've tasted your soup. It's very important to taste. And we are going to use our stick blender and get it blended. And then we're going to plate this up. We're going to eat it. You're going to see it, how it looks. And you're going to be jealous if you're not cooking along. So cook along next time because we give the ingredients out every Sunday. Okay. How cool is that?
Yeah, very easy.
Let me go from this angle. The extension.
Yeah.
Oop, I unplugged it.
Oh, no.
There's a plug over here.
Oh, okay, we'll plug it over there.
Okay, there's a plug over yonder behind the cutting boards. I think. Well, I don't really use it much anymore, so my cutting boards are there. Will you get the chicken stock out? I think it's a little thick. It's okay to add. So ours is a little bit thick. I put it in the fridge. It's in a yellow box. So I'm just gonna add a dash of more chicken stock because I want to make sure it's not like super, super thick. Write the turkey recipe down, please. Okay. I will write it down. I don't know if I can write on Twitch after I sign off. So if you can message me on Instagram, or maybe I'll just post the recipe to the public, maybe, because I do sell my turkeys. But if you message me on Instagram at CookingforStew, I'll totally give you the recipe. Did you add any?
No. I was multitasking.
That's good. For now, just leave it out. I think that's good.
But I did a boomerang.
Ooh, boomerang.
Yeah, let me see if these are hot.
Just keep blending. You want to make sure it's all puree. The stick blender takes a little bit longer than the blender, but it's way easier to clean up.
That's a good color.
Oh, yeah. You want to do some?
Sure.
All right, Stuart's going to take over, and I'm going to get some bowls. I'm going to get some nice bowls. Give me one second. All right, so get whatever bowls you're using. I wanted to use like more of a wide rimmed bowl. Okay. And then while your partner in crime, or if you're doing two things at once, totally good on you. But I'm going to cut up my croutons. And I have some bread here that didn't really get the cheese, and I'm not going to waste the calories tonight, so I'm actually going to cut off some of the crust, not all of it, because sourdough crust is super good, but just part of the sandwich that didn't get all the cheese. And I want my croutons to be like the perfect bite, right? So we let them rest. That's very needed. And you're going to want to cut these cute little mini grilled cheese croutons, and we're going to sprinkle them on top of the soup. I can be in touch on Facebook, and I am in no doubt not the only one who would like this. Okay, I don't mind sharing it with the public. It does take like a long time to do, so people who don't want to do it can pay me to do it, but I'll totally share my recipe. But yeah, the trick is this white wine butter thing, but I'll explain more and I'll write a recipe. I really don't mind. Okay, so we're going to cut our little croutons. Make sure you get the best of the sandwich. And it's really just aesthetically, it's like pleasing to have this cute little bite. You do not have to do this by any means. If you just want to eat a grilled cheese sandwich and have a bowl of soup, do that. But I put on the recipe that I was making grilled cheese croutons. And this is how you do it. Because if you make little baby ones, you're wasting a lot of time.
Can you take a second and look at this? See if
Sure.
you want it more plain?
You go ahead and try a crouton and cut up the rest. And let me know what you think of that sandwich. Because we didn't add any salt. But I thought with all the cheese and butter, you didn't need salt. What did you think? Is it good?
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Okay, our soup is good. Okay, our soup is done. It's a little chunky, so if you do not like chunks in your soup, which I totally understand, because I don't like vegetable soup, but I don't mind tomato soup chunks, then you want to maybe finish it in your blender or just keep using your stick blender until it's super smooth and the consistency that you want. Right, babe?
Oh, yeah.
And the stick blender, literally, you just like run it under water and make sure that you don't have any.
It's unplugged too.
Yeah, I unplugged it. And because it's all that, I mean, it's stainless steel. I don't use soap on it because I don't want to ruin the steel, but I make sure it's completely clean. And and you don't want it wet. You don't want it. You just want it. And that's it. Put it away. Look at that. It's like the easiest thing ever. Okay. Will you get the heavy cream out of the refrigerator? And I'm going to taste the soup one more time. Make sure it doesn't need any more salt. Oh, yeah. That's so good. I make really good tomato soup. That's delicious. Delicious. Okay. All right. So, you can see here, we're going to plate up this soup. Oh, are you excited?
Very excited.
Okay. Now, the heavy cream. This is optional. It adds just a nice, like, luxurious feel to it. Some people add heavy cream in the tomato soup and then blend it all together. I've always liked adding just a dash. Like, I don't want it to over pour, so I'm going to try to be really careful. Just like, and plus it makes it look really pretty. Just like that. Look at that.
Ooh.
Doesn't it look nice and pretty?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we could just stop there, but no. No. We go above and beyond. Right, babe?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And you have spoons for us?
I have spoons.
We're ready. Okay. Take your croutons. Oh, which bowl do you want? White or black?
White's fine.
Okay, and go ahead and rest them. Nuzzle those bad boys. And you don't have to do all of them because maybe you don't want them to get soggy. Perfect. Take a picture. Did you make a smiley face?
Yeah. You know what? I think I did.
Okay, let me get my morning head on. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight live. Our what is this? Our Halloween edition. Did you get a picture? Here. Let's do another one.
Okay, hold on.
We can put it as a post.
Yeah. Give me a second.
If you made this dish, please tag us on social media. Tell your friends and family that we do this every Thursday and that we put the ingredients on my Twitch on Sunday so you can get the ingredients. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm smiling, but you guys can't even see that I'm smiling. Okay. All right, the Fonz agrees with the evening. All right, let's see.
Let's try this.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I love you. You gotta get a crouton. Gotta get the crouton.
Mmm. That's super good.
Mmm.
Mm-hmm.
Winning. And we got that done in less than an hour. It does take time to build flavors on soup and stuff, but I think we accomplished a lot today.
I think we did great.
And we are sorry we won't be here next week for Halloween. That's why we were fun tonight in our little costumes. I hope I didn't get tomato soup all over my shirt because it's brand new. Mine didn't come in a pack of 2 like Stuart's. But we appreciate you tuning in. We hope that you cooked along. And if you're new to the channel, please follow. We cook on Thursdays. And I'm going to try to go live more. I'm going to try to go live and carve this pumpkin because I'm actually pretty good at carving pumpkins. Okay.
Yeah, and if you have photos, tag us at CookingforStew.
Please.
And so we can see what you did today.
Yeah.
Or tomorrow. It's going to be up for a while.
Yeah. Oh, I created a YouTube channel called Cooking for Stew. And I am now downloading all these videos onto YouTube. This will be the 3rd video. I should have done this like from the beginning because we've done like 8 dishes. But we're not stopping. We're going to keep going. 1,000 million. Wait, if I do the morning thing? Well, you're Rick, so you're like 1,000 more episodes.
1,000 more.
And I'm like dying on the floor. Okay. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
I don't know how to end it.
Oh, okay.
You just eat.